Did you know that over 85% of Nifty 50 stocks often move less than 1% in a day, while a single stock can sometimes jump more than 3%? Welcome back to our channel. Today, we will look at the top Nifty 50 movers and key market levels that could affect your portfolio. If you enjoy this kind of analysis, please hit the like button and subscribe for daily stock market updates. Now, let us get started. A single Nifty stock jumped 3.1% today, while most of the market went nearly unnoticed. Here are the exact numbers straight from NSE in the next 6 minutes. You will see which stocks moved, the reasons behind the moves, and the key levels to watch for tomorrow's session. Nifty inched up 0.52% like it had just one cup of chai, a few sips. A small move. Then it settled at 23,242. The index opened at 23,259, touched a high of 23,279, then dipped to a low of 23,104 before recovering to close with a gain of about 119 points. The RSI at 34.8 is flirting with oversold territory, while the EMA9 still trails below the EMA20, meaning short-term momentum remains bearish. Volume matched the 20-day average, a clear signal of a wait-and-watch mood. The first support sits at 23,263, and frankly, the index closed just below that level, so tomorrow's open will be critical. If it slips, the next floor is the day's low of 23,104. On the upside, resistance lies at 23,516. We are still 5.5% below the 52-week high of 26,373, last seen 33 sessions ago. Drop the stock you were watching in the comments. I read everyone. IndusInd Bank had a slow start but a grand finish. It opened right at the day's low of 896, then ripped higher to a high of 928 before settling at 922.8, a 3.1% gain. No single trigger stood out. This looked like a technical bounce from recent lows. The EMA9 has climbed above the EMA20, flashing a tentative bullish signal, while RSI at 59.3 stayed comfortably neutral. Volume at 0.99 times average, no fireworks, just a clean move. The resistance at 940 is the immediate ceiling. The stock brushed near it and backed off. If it clears 940 on volume, the 52-week high of 969 becomes a level worth watching. Support at 903 is the line to hold. A break there would snuff out the bounce. Honestly, the move from 896 to 928 was like the stock remembered it had an afternoon plan and decided not to be late. Now, from a private bank to a public sector giant, State Bank of India had its own story. But the biggest surprise today is still ahead here. State Bank of India broke above 1,000 for the first time in recent memory, and it did it with conviction. SBI opened at 985, touched a high of 1,009, and closed at 1,002.7, up 2.11%. The move came with a 20-day closing high breakout, pushing the stock into price discovery territory. But here's the twist. RSI hit 73.7, that's overbought, not just warm. Volume was 1.39 times the average, showing real interest but not a frenzy. If SBI holds above 1,000 tomorrow, the next observable resistance sits near 1070. However, with RSI this hot, a dip towards support at 965 wouldn't be a shock. A close below 965 would suggest the breakout is running on fumes. SBI crossed 1,000 like it was late for a budget announcement, steady, determined, and not glancing back at the small caps it left behind. As always, this is market observation. Verify with your advisor before any decision. From the country's biggest bank to the maker of an iconic motorcycle, Eicher Motors revved today. Eicher Motors added a steady 2.17%. It opened at 71.37, surged to a high of 72.99, then settled at 72.03, exactly 153 rupees above yesterday's close. The intraday low of 70.50 sat right on the previous close, a textbook technical bounce. No headline drove the move. It felt like gradual accumulation after a quiet patch. RSI at 56.2 and EMA9 just a whisker below EMA20 keep the chart in a neutral, almost bored posture. The first resistance to watch is 73.48. If it gets taken out with volume, the 52-week high of 82.30 becomes a valid distant reference. On the downside, support at 71.76 held today's stay above that, and the bulls remain in charge of the range. Eicher moved today like it's bullet on an open highway, no drama, just a gentle cruise that still got it to the destination. Now, here's what you need to watch tomorrow. Today's market theme: selective strength in banks and auto, while Nifty held its nerve above 23,000 support. Tomorrow, watch Nifty's defense of 23,263, a bounce or breakdown there sets the tone. Also, SBI's overbought breakout demands attention. Whether it holds above 1,000 will define short-term momentum. Hit like, drop your watchlist stock in the comments, and subscribe to stay ahead. This video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute investment advice. Please consult a SEBI-registered financial advisor before making any investment decisions.